Well, so today, I'm reading through things and hockey being hockey and all. Peter Karmanos seems to think that the Carolina Hurricanes could be worth as much as $600 million. Now, the potential owner of the Hurricanes said Tuesday the final deal could be worth between 400 and 500 million after everything shakes out. Karmanos has said, well, if they take a while, maybe that value is going to be up to $600 million. I do not understand the valuation. I don't. And maybe somebody on here can enlighten me. I can get that the Hurricanes are worth more now than they were when they moved from Hartford. Absolutely. Been 20 years, the value's gone up, fine. But it's a team that hasn't made the playoffs in a long time. I'm projecting them to make the playoffs, but they haven't yet. It's a team that's had financial issues and been unable to get to the cap because of those financial issues. And there's always been kind of this cloud over the franchise since they got to Carolina. It always felt rushed to me. It always felt like the NHL was saying, oh, God, we got to get out of Hartford. And there was Raleigh. And so they went to Raleigh. And there have been issues since then with money. And there have been certain years that they did really well, and they did well with attendance. And I'm going to say, too, there's two reasons I'm wearing Phoenix/Arizona. One, I can't find my Carolina hat right now. I don't know why. I know exactly where it was. It's just missing. Two, Arizona's had the same problem. Poor team. I totally get fans not going to watch a team that never makes the playoffs. I feel bad for them. I'm being honest. When you have a team that's run really poorly, it is hard to go out and watch them. And I'm not saying Carolina's run poorly now, but they have been. And it's been a long time since there was any kind of results. So it makes sense that Carolina, which is not in Canada, it is not a natural hockey place, why they'd struggle at the turnstiles, and that would affect ownership. Now, Karmanos wants the team to stay in Raleigh. Good. Awesome. Perfect. That's what everybody wants, I think. Except for, fans in Quebec or maybe Seattle. But in general, fans would like to see the team stay put and stable. But there's an issue here. And the issue is simply one of who's going to pay $600 million and not want to move the team. The reason I say this is because $600 million is insane. You're over $500 million for the team. And I know people are going to say, well, if an expansion team is worth $500 million, yes, with an expansion team you get a clean slate. You're going into a brand new market. You're guaranteed to sell out the building the first few years. You're going to get some of that money back. You go to Carolina, you don't have those assurances. You don't have a clean slate. You're not guaranteed to sell the place out. And there's already reports that would suggest how much money you're going to make every year in Raleigh. You have to pay money to make money. I think that's true. And I think Carolina's cheaped out at times and it's cost them. And recently, with Slavin and Pesce, they've shown that they're willing to spend money now to keep their guys in Carolina. Good. Awesome. Great. Finally, something good is going on for Carolina. But if Karmanos plays hardball here, he could lose this potential owner and just leave himself in limbo. And it's a funny thing because when billionaires start doing this kind of stuff, I can't even pretend I understand it. It could be a negotiating tactic. It could be like Calgary's whole, if we don't get a new building, we're just going to leave. Negotiating tactic. Absolutely a negotiating tactic. But I don't know. Karmanos might be fencing himself into the corner here, and he might find himself without a potential owner. Because if I'm the guy that's made the offer, so I've offered him $500 million, and he comes out publicly and says, it might be 600, I'm going to call him pretty quickly. Say, what's going on? And depending on his response, it might sour my opinion on the deal. I'm not saying it shuts the deal down. I'm just saying that it could put me in a position where I'm like, maybe I'm only going to spend $450 million. Maybe it's not worth $500 million. And unless there's a lineup of guys who want to own this team, it's potentially foolish to raise the price. I like the Hurricanes. I want to see them do well. I want to see them make the playoffs. Long suffering and all. I'd like to see their fan base, which has been smaller, I'd like to see it grow through some success on the ice. And that's the only way it's going to grow right now. And that's really up to the owner here. If he wants to play hardball and get all like, well, maybe I want more money. Yeah, why don't you just stand there and go, $1 billion? Why don't you just do that? If you're going to play the Dr. Evil role, just go ahead and go full on Dr. Evil. But I certainly hope this doesn't sour the deal. Because to me, $500 million, and I think Forbes said that Carolina was worth $200 million. So, I mean, Forbes isn't necessarily, 100% gospel when it comes to team values. But, it's a guideline. And I really think that Karmanos could be talking himself out of a deal. So I want to know what you guys think. And thanks for watching. Hit the like and subscribe button. They're your friends. Like and subscribe. And thank you for watching. And to all of my long-term subscribers who have sat through ads for me, because that's how the ad revenue thing through YouTube works, I appreciate that. And I've been asked about jersey giveaways and stuff. Trust me. Very soon. Very soon. So stay tuned. We're into August. Kind of the dog days of summer. And according to the weather outside, it's really the dog days of summer. So, stay inside if you're in the Vancouver South Coast area as much as you can, and stay out of the smoke. And if you're in Calgary, apparently that's an issue for you guys too, and for other parts around the country, and for people in Seattle, that's an issue right now too. I apologize if that's coming from our fires in Canada. I don't know if the smoke has to pay tariffs when it crosses the border. I'm not sure how they're going to work that. It'll probably be a NAFTA. Thanks for watching. I'll talk to you again soon.